I'm going to try to explain how does HTML, HTTP, domain, DNS, JavaScript work with the database to make things work, and also what the S in HTTPS mean and how it works. So this is going to be a very quick video that explains a complex topic. So if you want to learn more about any of these topics, then there will be links in the description to more detailed videos. Okay, so we have a web browser here, and this is our client, and we want to visit a website, right? So let's say we want to visit google.com. So we type in the URL here, which is the address of the website we want to visit, and then we press enter. Now the question is what happens next? So the first thing that happens is that the domain name google.com is sent to a special server called a DNS server. The DNS server's job is to take a domain name and translate it into an IP address. So an IP address is like the phone number of the website. So now the DNS server has the IP address of Google and it sends it back to the browser. The next thing that happens is that the browser sends an HTTP request message to the IP address of the web server of Google. Now this message contains a bunch of information such as what page do you want to visit, right? So let's say we visit google.com search and then we submit the search query. So let's say we search for how to make money online. So the browser now sends all this information in an HTTP request message to the web server of Google. Now when Google receives this message, they will process it and they will send back an HTTP response message to the browser. This response message will contain the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that makes the web page that we see. Now, once the browser receives the response message, it will start to process the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now, while it processes the HTML, it will also make some requests to the database servers of Google. So let's say we search for how to make money online. Then it is possible that Google shows us some search results based on our search query. So the browser will then send another request to the Google servers, which will then make a request to the database servers, and then the database servers will retrieve some data from the database and then send it back to the browser. So now the browser can show us search results based on our search query. Now let's talk about the S in HTTPS. The S stands for secure. So when we visit a website that starts with HTTPS instead of HTTP, then this means that the connection between our browser and the website is encrypted. So no one can spy on us or hackers can't steal our data when we are sending information to the website. So basically the S stands for secure. So now you may ask, how does the encryption work? So the encryption is done by using a public-private key pair. So this public-private key pair is used to encrypt and decrypt the information that we are sending between the browser and the website. So when you visit a website that starts with HTTPS, then the browser and the website will negotiate a public-private key pair. So both the browser and the website will get a public key and a private key. Now the public key can be given to anyone and it is used to encrypt information, but only the person who has the private key can decrypt the information. So in our case, the browser has its own private key and the website also has its own private key. Now the browser and the website will use these keys to encrypt all the information that we are sending to each other. So if we are sending search queries to Google, then both the browser and Google will encrypt the information using each other as public key. But only Google with its private key can decrypt the information that we are sending to Google. Same goes the other way around. If Google wants to send us search results, then they will encrypt it with our public key so that only our browser with its private key can decrypt the information. So this is how HTTPS works. So now you know how does HTML, HTTP, domain, DNS, JavaScript work with the database to make things work, and what the S in HTTPS mean, and how it works. If you like this video, then please like and share with your friends. And if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. My name is Peter, and I am the CEO of Certified Tech. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.